Hi, everyone. Welcome to Speak Up Sis Talk Radio, the place where authors, especially Christian authors, have an opportunity to share the word of their testimony through their books and written works in order to inspire the stories of others. I'm your host, Angel Charmaine. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Wednesday night at 8 p.m. edition of Speak Up Sis Talk Radio right here on Speak Up Sis Bookshelf. I've got another amazing guest for you all. Her name is Miss Tamara Wallace, and she is CEO and founder of Lādē Magazine. Welcome to Speak Up Sis Talk Radio. Tamara, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Just trying to share the live. Hold on. We got to increase awareness and exposure.
You got it, girl.
I am good. I'm trying to share this with my audience. Okay, shared. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
All is well, sis. All is well. You are beautiful. I love the yellow. It's one of my favorite colors. You look so bright and beautiful. My goodness. Love it.
Thank you. It was we're celebrating Black History Month, y'all. And so this week we were doing like head wraps and bow ties. So the bow tie shirt I'm gonna wear tomorrow, but I just doing a little. This is a piece of African fabric I found somewhere. I wish I could have had the actual head wrap, but it's a piece of African fabric that I just threw on. So in celebration.
Oh, you look good.
Thank you.
That's all that matters. That's what's up. So if you will, please share with the Speak Up Sis audience a little bit about who is Tamara Wallace and what it is you do.
Yes. So first of all, I love the name Speak Up Sis, okay? Because that is something that I struggled with for a very long time. So my name is Tamara, and I am the editor-in-chief of Lādē Magazine. Lādē Magazine launched in 2018. However, life happened in 2019. I found myself trying to balance selling life insurance, a nonprofit, just starting a magazine. Just 4 kids. I had just lost my job. So, I had just entered into entrepreneurship full time in 2019. And I had to realize, entrepreneurship and 4 kids, it's not impossible. However, when you kind of like by yourself and you got all these expenses, kids ain't cheap. I wasn't getting Link. I still don't get Link. Wish I did, low key, but it was a lot. So I ended up having to go back to a 9-to-5. And then just to rewind from back then. So I graduated from the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in 2012. I had just had my daughter. And ever since I was little, like radio, TV, it just captured me. I just always wanted to be a news anchor, like since a little girl. And so in high school, I got a taste of being a news anchor on our, the little announcements every morning. And I fell in love. And so I ended up going to college and pursuing it. And then life happened. Like after I graduated from the Illinois Media School in 2012, I told y'all I got pregnant, and I was applying for a year straight, TV production jobs, news jobs, radio jobs, even voiceover, and nothing. It was always sorry, but we've hired a new applicant or a different applicant or something. So I kind of gave up on that dream. And so I started to work as a bank teller, and I was in finance for 7 years, and I ended up moving to Atlanta. And while I was in Atlanta, I wasn't working because I started working with my uncle, and just something hit me like, this just can't be life. Right. And I was going through a lot at the time with my partner at the time. It was a lot. I lost myself. I was being mentally, verbally, physically abused. And I just lost myself, and I just didn't know what my purpose was.
Right.
And, for my daughter to be, rubbing my back, telling me that, Everything's gonna be okay, mommy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, once she did that, and I say this all the time, like when she did that, it struck something in me, because it's like, there is no way in the world my 4-year-old daughter should be rubbing her mom's back saying everything is going to be okay. It should be the other way around. So at that point, I thought of, it just hit me, and I struggled with, what my purpose was, and who am I? What can I do? And I'm like, everybody's always coming to me for advice. Like, people always come to me with their problems, and I'm always the ear, and I'm like the plug. Like, they want me to plug them here and there. And so that's where Lady came about. So Lady Incorporated is a nonprofit organization, and Lādē Magazine came up out of Lady Incorporated.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes. So Lady Incorporated the idea started in 2015 when I was in Atlanta. And it was, I wanted it to be this women empowerment organization that pretty much boosted the confidence and self-esteem in women, because it was something that I really struggled with. And I wanted to help other women first, my daughters, because I wanted, to be an example to them and let them know that, build their confidence and self-esteem up. And I'm like, I need to do this for other women as well, because I don't want first my daughters to go through what I've gone through. And then I don't want other women either. So Lady Incorporated was birthed in 2015. And so, I would do all of these different events up here in Chicago when I moved.
So you moved back from, you moved to Atlanta, and then you moved back to Chicago.
Yes. So I moved back to Chicago after a huge physical altercation. Went like I told my dad, like, look, I can't be here. He bought me a plane ticket, me and the kids, and I left, and he had no idea.
Wow.
No idea. And
so hold on a second. So one thing, just let me get you used to what we do up in here and Speak Up Sis land. First, we've got some company tonight. Zakia McCoy, how you doing, sis? Cooking with Positivity is her podcast. Thank you for joining us tonight, sis. I appreciate it. How you doing? Sora C. Lynn Willis, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight as well. So you are getting into some hot stuff, so I'll slow you down a little bit. Sis Talk Radio is the place where Christian authors get to talk about their testimony through their written work. So we're going to get to the written work, which is your magazine, which I've been telling everybody. There was a beginning to Essence Magazine. There was a beginning to Ebony Magazine. There was a beginning to Jet Magazine. The era of Essence, Ebony, and Jet are wanting away. Time for some new publications that represent the current culture, right? And Lādē Magazine is positioned perfectly to come right on in as a digital magazine and just really explode. So we're going to get into how you are helping others open up their mouths and speak up with their testimony through your magazine. But let's talk about you in this story for a minute. So I want to unpack it. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. So you're trying to tell me that while you were right in the heart of dealing with abuse yourself, you created a nonprofit organization for women?
Yes.
Wow. So you created what you needed.
Yes.
I love it.
You know what's crazy? Like, I never thought about it that way. I always, for the longest, I just got a call. I'm sorry. Can you still see me?
You're good.
Okay. I have a Mac, and like I get the calls through my phone, and
I totally understand. It's okay.
So, yeah. So I've always thought about it as, me being hypocritical. Because it's like, how am I out here trying to empower women, and I'm going through what it is I'm trying to avoid from telling them, it's just, I thought of it as me being kind of hypocritical, but at the same time, I was talking to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like I've been doing. Like, anytime I post, like on Facebook or Instagram, and I'm like, sis, you got this, and da-da-da-da. Like, if I'm putting a motivational quote, I'm not really putting that out there for y'all. I'm really talking to myself, like, sis, you got this. Like, Tamara, get it done. Like, I'm talking to me.
Yes.
Like, yes. I'm so glad you felt that. But I was really talking to myself.
I love it, Tamara. I love it. Ashana, how you doing, sis? It's good to see you in the building tonight as well. So let me say this. It's amazing to me that I'm sitting here. It's almost like I'm looking at the reflection of my younger self. And listening to you, it's not crazy what you're saying. And I can guarantee you that more women than you can even believe do the exact same thing that you're talking about. Do you know that the sis on the end of the speak up is me? People think that I'm saying, you speak up, sis, but it's not. The sis is me. It is the Lord saying, Angel, you need to speak up. And in you speaking up, you are going to overcome, and you're going to also give other people the permission, the space, the opportunity, the understanding that it is okay for them to speak up as well. So no, it is in the you doing the very thing that you think you can't do. That's where the overcoming comes in. So kudos to you for making it happen, even when you needed it for yourself. That's
honestly, and for the longest, like, I've been silent. I didn't talk about it. I didn't say anything, and I've been just trying to protect other people. But it's like, me protecting other people is like I'm really killing myself inside. And it's not to put others on shame. It's not to put others, put them down or broadcast their business. No, It's honestly like, I'm not the only woman who's gone through this.
Exactly.
And people, there are younger people looking at me. I have 2 daughters who are looking at me. Do you really want me to tell my daughters, like, this is okay, this is acceptable?
Exactly.
No, it's not right. And I'm not here to protect anyone's feelings. I am here to tell my truth. And I am here to release, and I want other women to feel comfortable to release. And so it's, I just want to make sure and really tell people that it's not about shaming you. It's not about putting your business out there. And it's not about, just making you look bad at the end of the day. That's something you internalize on your own. I can't help that. Like, that's something that you're going to have to take the guy. Me, I'm free, and, it's not, and it's like, I'm not the only person who's gone through this. There's plenty of people, and there's plenty of men who have recognized what they've done to women. And, we can't help how y'all take it. I mean, it's just, you internalize what you're going through. As long as you know that you've healed from that you're not that person anymore, then, there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, that you're not the only man who's, you know what I'm saying?
Who's hurt a woman.
Like, it shouldn't be as common as it is, but it is. Like, our grandmothers have gone through it. Like, and it's just crazy that I thought about how, like grandmothers back in the day, like, for instance, my grandmother, I can't talk about other people, but my great grandmother, she had multiple baby daddies. Like, and you would think like a younger me would have thought, like, okay, back then there were wholesome families. There was a grandmother, grandfather, they raised these wholesome kids, and it was just like the Brady, not
they had issues just like we do.
But like, my great grandmother has like 3 baby daddies. And what do you see today? Women with 3 baby daddies, men with multiple baby mamas. It's nothing new is under the sun. So it's just like, we got to live our truth.
I love it. And so I want to know what positioned you from being in that place to a magazine. And I'm going to tell you, I love the fact that it's called Lady. Mm-hmm. And I like the spelling of it and everything. Is Lade, not Lady. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to share, why you chose to name the magazine Lady, and why you chose the spelling. But I remember there was a time when I realized I wanted to be a lady. Mm-hmm. And this is my own opinion. I'm not saying it's not the end all be all. I'm not saying I'm right. However, I do believe that many Black women, I can only speak for us, learn how to be women before we ever learn how to be ladies. Mm-hmm. And as women, what I mean is we learn how to take care of a family, take care of kids, work hard, make sure everybody gets fed. And we do grown woman stuff before we learn how to allow a man to open a door for us, allow a man to give us compliments and not feel obligated for anything. We learn how to be women full grown before we ever learn how to be a lady. It's like we skip over the Miss and go directly to the Mrs. So when I saw the name of your magazine and then I looked at you as a younger woman and what you're doing with the magazine, I was like, yes, show us the ladies, right? We got all these grown women walking around, everybody a grown woman. But I like the fact that you have created a space for ladies. So talk to us a little bit about why you chose Lady, and then share with us about the magazine.
So Lady came from a space like I was telling you all, I didn't know who I was. I know who I wanted to be though. And Lady came about, I'm like, okay, I wanted something that encompasses me and who I wanted to be, which was a lady. And lady isn't an acronym. It doesn't, L doesn't mean nothing, A don't mean nothing. It's just a unique way to spell lady, as all women are ladies. Right. And I don't know if everybody got the vowel lines over the A and E, but a long vowel, A and E, that's just for if y'all didn't know. But so that's the line.
Walking around saying Lade Magazine.
Yes, I'm like, y'all, this is kindergarten. I teach my kindergartner this, but it's okay. It's okay. Kindergarten was a long time ago for some of us. And so, so Lady really just came from where I wanted to be. And I really like what you said, that you become a woman before you become a lady, because it's like, as a woman, you do all of those things. And it's where you become a lady is where you do all of those things that you mentioned with style and grace and with high regard, with which is what a lady is. Because before you were just doing it because that's what a woman is supposed to do, or that's how you were taught to do it, or but as a lady and you're doing all of those responsibilities, you're doing it with style, you're doing it with class, you're doing it with grace, you're doing it with
sophistication.
Yes. So yeah, that's the whole purpose of Lady. I love the name too, and I don't mean to be all.
Why not? It's
like I love, it's simple. It is what it is. It's a lady.
Yes. I love it. So it is a digital magazine. Hold on a second. We've got Dr. Bernadette Camp is joining us tonight. Good evening. How you doing? Deborah Watkins, Artist in Me Custom Airbrush. How you doing? It's good to see you joining us tonight as well. Thank you. If you all have questions or comments for Tamara, please put them in the chat. We've got a young sister here who's doing something amazing, And I would love to make sure that she's got a chat filled with encouragement. You all are sitting here soaking up history. Just think, if you could have met Susan Taylor before she was Susan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? You all are getting an opportunity to meet Tamara Wallace before she is Tamara Wallace. So make sure that you can say that you were giving her some encouragement before she, didn't need it. Hey, listen, you in the right space, honey. You in the right space. So let's talk about the digital magazine. I like the fact that it's not print. Print is going out of style, right? Mm-hmm. Everything's green now. So the magazine is actually a digital magazine, correct?
Yes, it's digital. And like you said, because print is going out of style. And think about it, just like now, I will never forget, I was on my way home on the AL station a couple years ago. And literally, I took a video too. It's on the Facebook somewhere. But literally, you look, the whole entire cart head was in their phones. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow, like it looked like zombies. And I'm just like, okay, well, and this is before the magazine too. Like,
right.
Everybody is always on their phones, on an iPad. And the fact that they're able to access the magazine on their phone, iPad, tablet, laptop is something that they're always on. Versus, magazines typically where did you typically see magazines? Doctor's offices, dental offices.
Stores.
And not too many people bought them. So why not, create something that's, easily accessible. And not to mention the sales standpoint about it. Like, there's a lot of businesses that are online now. Mm-hmm. And just from the click of a button, and I know we'll probably get into the magazine later, but just from the click of a button, like if you're going through the magazine, right, and you put an ad in there, you can just click it. Yeah. And it goes straight to that person's website. You can purchase whatever it is that you want just from the magazine. You can watch videos. It's very interactive. Mm-hmm. There's, music, music artists that are trying to get their music out there. There's just YouTubers and influencers who want to increase exposure and awareness. And why? What better way than to put it in a magazine? A digital magazine.
I actually never really thought about that, because you're right. I'm probably gonna date myself, but people used to buy magazines, and the coffee table, like when you went into somebody's home, there was a little coffee table right there at the entrance, and you had your laid out, your Jet, your Ebony, or whatever. Mm-hmm. People did purchase them, and you had subscriptions.
Yes.
Come to you automatically. And you're right. There were inserts in the magazine. If you wanted something, you had to mail the card off, and people would do it. But now that how amazing is that you open up the magazine and you're like, oh, so-and-so's got a new song out. Click. I can listen to the song right now. I don't have to wait for an album to be mailed to me. I don't have to, I gotta hurry and get to the store so I can go buy this new CD. You can just click, download, bam, and you got it. I didn't even think about that. Enter an interactive digital magazine. Amazing. Yeah.
Like I can put surveys in there. It's a lot that you can do. You just have to be really creative, and you just have to be really creative.
Well, I love it. And let's just say this, because people, this is the bookshelf. On speakupsis.com/bookshelf, you can access Lady Magazine. Her magazine is actually the very first magazine on our magazine rack. On the bookshelf, you can access it via our website, and currently subscriptions are free. Am I right?
Yeah.
Are you looking at me like, no, don't say that? I'm like,
it's gonna be like, drum roll, please. Yes, guys. Subscriptions are free. So you don't have to pay anything. You get access to free entertainment, free advertising, videos, fashion, beauty, like you name it, it's in there.
Yes. And if you are a business owner, or you're a music artist or someone, and you want to be able to advertise in that magazine, then she does have some plans that you are able to connect with her and be able to advertise through this magazine. And we just talked about how amazing it is to have an interactive digital magazine. So if you are a business or an artist or someone with a product or a service, why not advertise in a digital interactive lady magazine? And it's beautiful. You all make sure you go to speakupsis.com/bookshelf, scroll down to the magazine rack, and you'll see the cover of the fall edition. She's got a new edition that's coming out really soon. And as soon as it comes out, you will see the new edition of the magazine posted on Speak Up Sis Bookshelf, and you'll be able to access Lady Magazine through the bookshelf. Okay. Do you have, because listen, believe it or not, we've got less than 4 minutes left. Time flies, doesn't it?
Dang. So while everyone's coming up with questions, I do want to mention some exciting things that we have going for the magazine. So there's one thing that we've already been doing. It'll almost be a year, come like May or June, but it's our Boss Lady series where we had Angel as one of our boss ladies. It was like towards the beginning when we first started that she was on there.
That's how I met you.
Series is where you get women who are thriving in their career, passion, goals, business, just life in general. You get a magazine feature, you get write up on our blog, you get a live interview like this, and you get your social media postings. Mm-hmm. And then there's another thing we're coming out with. We haven't came out with it just yet, only because I wanted to come out with a big bang. I wanted to record a commercial for it and everything, but it's called the Boss Zaddies series. Boss Zaddy. How many of y'all want a Boss Zaddy for a single lady? Huh? Y'all remember Jet Beauty of the Week? Huh? They had the women in the swimming suits, centerfold, eye candy for men. Well, hello, women need eye candy too.
Listen, I'm gonna stop you right there, because let me tell you one thing I'm not gonna allow you to do. I'm not gonna allow you to put your fabulous ideas out here for somebody else before you do it. So I'm gonna stop you right there, sis. I'm gonna be big sis right now. I'm gonna be big sis right now.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not putting ideas out there, but it's coming soon.
That's right.
So something y'all can look forward to.
That's what's up. I love the idea of Boss Daddies in the Lady Magazine. Oh my goodness, that is. Listen, I'm already ready to check out the feature. I'm just saying. So listen, I am so excited for you. I bless God that He has given me an opportunity to be in your space during this time as you are building and as you are growing and making this thing happen. I believe that you're going to soar. And we'll be at the top together. We'll be able to sit back and talk about how, Speak Up Sis and Lady Magazine connected, and we met and we did all these things. And so I bless God for you and the magazine. I thank you for trusting the vision to list your magazine on Speak Up Sis Bookshelf. And I'm going to continue to promote and push it out there, because I know that it is something that young women, as well as some of us more seasoned women, we need. we need. So do you have any last words, any nuggets that you would like to share with the people before I let you go?
Yes. So just be true to who you are. Be confident, be bold, be a lady at the end of the day. There's going to be a lot of people who don't agree with you, agree with your thoughts, agree with your story. However, it's your story. You're the only one who can tell it. And just be confident in that story and be confident in your growth, because I had to. And just make sure you guys check me out at www.ladymag.com. Oh, it's at the bottom of the screen.
That's right. I got you. I got you scrolling.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Angel is amazing. Like, she is truly the big sis that we all need to have. So make sure y'all continue to support her. I love this platform. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to interview me. When I interview, because this was an interview, this is a conversation.
Okay? We don't do interviews.
Yes, we have conversations. So yes, thank you so much for inviting me here. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you are so welcome. I thank you so much for saying yes and for choosing to come into the space. And I'm glad that you said that. We don't do interviews here. At the heart of my philosophy for Speak Up Sis is that conversations help to build resiliency. Yes. And you've got so many people who are just clocking out of here. They're choosing to leave. You know, people are cutting themselves, hurting themselves. They are, you know, dealing with depression and anxiety because we refuse to open up our mouths and have genuine, authentic, real, truthful conversations, right? So Speak Up Sis is bringing back the art of conversation to help people heal and so thank you for sharing.
Honestly, me telling my story, I feel much better. And I've told the story a lot of times, but I felt more confident and comfortable here on this platform, honestly.
I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna give you a big hug from me to you. And for everyone who joined us tonight, thank you so much for tuning in to Speak Up Sis Talk Radio, the space where authors, especially Christian authors, have an opportunity to share the word of their testimony through their written work in order to inspire you to open up your mouth and speak up to share your own story. You all have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to check out Speak Up Sis Bookshelf at speakupsis.com/bookshelf and shop with our authors. And until next time, next Wednesday at 8 p.m., we'll have another conversation with another amazing bookshelf author. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Night.